Let me back this up. Let me back it up. There we go. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to you guys. Loves, single or not, does not matter, babies. I know y'all got some friends. Maybe some friends with benefits, maybe not. Whatever the case is, trust me. It's about to be all good. Don't trip. See? That means options in love, baby. And this is the apprentice card, baby, working on it. So what I'm telling you is that your angels and spirit guides are working on making sure that you have several options, baby, to choose from with regards to love, okay? Many of you are probably being very picky because of what you've experienced. As if you're watching tarot, it clearly isn't because everything is just so peachy creamy right now in your life. You're probably dealing with some, challenges and things of that nature, like a lot of people. I mean, it's been a hell of a challenging last few years for a lot of people. You know what I mean? I think for everybody. And you have to understand these things happen. It's a part of life. And it's not about the way you behave when everything is going great. It's about the way you behave when things are going mad shitty. Seriously. All right? So with that being said, hopefully we'll have enough time for me to pull some oracle cards for you guys too. All right? I hope this reading is enlightening for many of you. If it is, I ask that you like, subscribe, share. For those of you interested in a private reading, before I get started, I want to let you know if you use Cash App, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send you my special metaphysical video is what I call it. I'm going to teach you how to lace candles, all right, for whatever it is that you want in your life, whether it be romance or just peace in your home, whatever it is. When you go to your local metaphysical store, I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and lace your candles. You know what I'm saying? And what types of products to buy. So that's about a 10 or 15 minute video, but I'm going to go ahead and just throw that in as something, a video that is, I'll link it to you and I'll send it to you as an email. It's already been created. All I'll do is I'll send it to you, and basically that'll just be your bonus if you choose to use Cash App as your form of payment if you choose to book a private reading, okay? So with that being said, let's get started, loves. I have 3 forms of payment. You can use Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. But I prefer that you use Cash App. Next preference is Venmo. And lastly, PayPal. But you have all 3 options, okay? So let's begin, lovies. First card. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Honey, how many of you are having some drinks right now, too? How many of you are having a couple drinks? Yes. Happy New Year's and happy Christmas and whatever you want to, happy holidays. Okay? Some of y'all starting to see the light. Some of y'all starting to realize happiness is here, baby. And a lot of you guys are being selective with regards to who you choose to be in love with. Look at nothing but cups here, okay? So nothing but water energy on the table so far, okay? Baby, what's popping? Honey, I'm telling you, for those of you who have the right state of mind, I'm telling you, you are going into the new year with the 10 of Pentacles, happy as all damn get out. I'm telling you right now, you have gotten over the fact that what didn't work, didn't work. If it didn't work, it's all good. You know that it's not the end of the damn world. You know that life is going to go on. Life is going to go on, baby, and it's going to go on wonderfully. That person was not the only person on the damn planet to love. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? That person was not the last person on the planet to love. Please understand that. Okay? You know what? I want to move these crystals here where you guys can see them. I want you guys to understand these right here, these crystals right here are not to be played with, honey. I'll tell you right now. That's why I wear them. I'm telling you, this is where the abundance is at with these stones right here. I don't even know why I can't even think of the name, as important as these crystals are. Laced with oils of abundance. These are basically your abundant stones. And look at the back of the card. Look at this. The sun, the highest form of happiness. Y'all, I am not playing. I am telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, if you have the right state of mind, you could go into this new year happy, very picky and choosy with regards to who you get in a relationship with, so that you don't have a repeat of a nightmarish type relationship like the one you just came out of. You understand? With somebody who did not appreciate you at all. You know what I mean? Like, those days can be over if you want them to be. Trust me, they can be over. You don't have to deal with people of that caliber anymore if you don't want. That's just the truth. You don't. You can be happy and selective and get your 10 of Pentacles, baby. Straight up. You don't have to be left out in the cold. But if some of you are feeling left out in the cold, and some of you have some, and your money is tight, this may be the energy of the individual that you are no longer with. Trust me. Because you walked away from them. You walked away from those cups because you knew they were empty as hell. Wasn't nothing in them for you to drink. We talked about this before. So when you walk away from things that no longer serve you, trust me, all it does is it leaves room for things that do serve you. Remember that. Your thoughts create your reality. If you think to yourself, all is lost because you're no longer with so-and-so, as if so-and-so is like the best person on the planet, when you know that this person was like a straight up cheater, is totally incapable of giving you what you deserve as a human being. Let's just start there. As a human being, you know, they like to insult you in a passive aggressive type way. You know what I mean? Like to insult your beliefs and your thought process. That is not the type of person that you want to invest anything with. It's not. I want you to think about what you think you lost. What did you really lose? Somebody who insults the fact that you have a certain belief system that they don't understand, and because they don't understand it, then it must be hogwash. Because they're rigid as hell, and they're not flexible, and they don't understand that the universe is a huge place that even they are a part of, that they have no understanding of. What did you really lose? A lot of you are starting to realize what you lost, and a lot of you are like, yeah, thank God. Thank God. Now I can actually explore what happiness really is. I lost what that was so long ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't been happy in so damn long, to the point where it's like, now I kind of, you know what I mean? I'm back to understanding what happiness means. You know what I mean? I hate when my camera starts doing that. Fuzzing in and fuzzing out. But I feel like that's also like an example of how some of you may be feeling. Some of you may be feeling like one day, some of you might be in a really good headspace, and then like some days you guys might go right back to like how you felt like the day before. Like, oh my God, I feel miserable. Like, I can't even believe that. You know what I mean? Like, you go right back to starting like beating yourself up for allowing yourself to be in such a shitty relationship. But you have to understand that had you not been in that shitty relationship, you wouldn't be knowing how to love yourself the way you know how to love yourself right now, today. That was the whole purpose of you being in that relationship, was for you to learn how to love yourself. Enough to say, no, I don't think I'm going to put up with this bullshit. Yeah, I think I'm worth a lot more than what the hell this person was trying to offer. Yeah, I know my value now. Thank you very much for teaching me that, Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so, because without your fuckery, I never would have learned who the hell I am. Seriously. Let's continue. Let's continue as we go along and move on with our lives, right? Do I even need to explain what the Ace of Cups is for my lovely people who watch tarot? Well, just in case you don't know, it means new love, something new love. Because you walked away from what no longer served you because it had you feeling left out in the cold. You knew that the relationship was garbage. You knew that you were not getting what you deserved in the relationship, and it started to really depress the absolute hell out of you for being in it. You know, you started to feel depressed by being with this person. Like, this person was really starting to fuck with your headspace just by being with this person. And when you walked away from this person and got away, I feel like even though some of you are single, You know what I mean? Right now, around the holidays or whatever. Maybe you may not be in an official relationship, but I bet some of y'all over there talking to someone such and such. You know what I mean? You over there entertaining certain conversations. You know you are, baby. It's not the end of the world, and you know it. It's not. It's the beginning of the world. Look at it that way, baby. I'm telling you right now, your thoughts become things. This is the second I got the hell away card, and I learned a whole lot about myself in the process. This does not mean that those swords are putting holes in the bottom of that damn boat. No, it just means those swords are going with you. Things that you learned about yourself and in the relationship, you're taking those things with you. You learned a lot about yourself, and you learned a lot about relationships by being with this person. No need to feel depressed about it. No need to feel sad about it. No need to feel bad about it. You learned from the relationship. Because when you first got into the relationship, you were a baby in love too, which is why you got into the relationship to begin with. You were a baby in love, because if you weren't, you never would have gotten with this person. You would have gotten with somebody who was on a higher caliber, who really knows how to love, who really knows how to give you what you deserve. You understand what I'm saying? You're no longer a baby in love anymore because you went through what you went through in the relationship. Now you have learned. You understand what I'm saying? And that is what that 10 of Pentacles really does represent. Not only does it mean that, in the future you can look forward to financial and monetary gain. It does mean that. But it also means that when it comes to relationships, you hit the jackpot by being in this relationship, no matter how sucky it was, toward the end. I'm pretty sure in the beginning it was like really wonderful and you saw a whole lot of wonderful things about this person. But over time, you grew. The other individual may have grown as well, but you guys grew apart. That's the point. And that happens sometimes. And the part that, in my opinion, that sucks the absolute most is when kids are involved. Because when kids are involved and their parents no longer mesh anymore, you know what I mean? Then the kids have to deal with that separation. Sometimes they feel like they have to choose sides. And sometimes they feel like they have to I love my mom and I love my dad and they're not together anymore. And then the parents get to fighting over kids and stuff. And it sucks. The whole thing sucks. But you have to understand, when I say it sucks, that's from a human perspective. You have to understand from a spiritual perspective. Spirit never said that everything was going to be easy and peachy creamy all the damn time. You have to understand, children experience these things. A lot of you are the results of, people who had parents who were divorced and things of that nature. Many of you are doing just fine, wonderfully. You guys can co-parent without being together. Just depends on how mature you choose to be. Some of you are dealing with court hearings and things of that nature, like I just said. It's just so funny that I'm talking about how kids get caught in the middle and have to pick and choose sides and things like that. And here's the court card. To me, this is either owning your own business and working with other people to build what you want to build, or this is the card that represents a court hearing, court matters. You know what I mean? Where you're in a courtroom and your attorney is helping you, come to the conclusion that you want to come to with regards to what's best for your children, out of this situation. Okay? And the Queen of Pentacles, represents first and foremost somebody who is focusing on her coin. All right, let's get that clear. Somebody who's focusing on her coin. She's focusing on her coin. She's focusing on her monetary gain and her financial, abundance at this time. That's what's up right now. She's focusing on being able to take care of herself very abundantly. And she's also focusing on what's important, which is her children. Okay? This is a mother-like figure, the Queen of Pentacles. She's a mother-like figure. She's the boss lady, truth be told, because she handles her business. She takes care of her finances and she takes care of her children. She takes care of business. The High Priestess does too. Why? Because she's the gatekeeper of heaven and earth. She knows how to use her intuition with regards to any and everything, honey. Yes, she does. She's an expert when it comes to using her intuition. Okay, so anybody who has any secrets to tell, or they get some secrets or some little falsities all about them and shit like that, I'm letting you know right now, you cannot pull anything on the high priestess. The high priestess knows what's up, baby, and she wouldn't have popped up if it didn't relate to whomever it is that this reading is resonating with. Okay, nobody could pull a fast one on your ass anymore because of the relationship you just got out of. Okay, that's what you learned, and it came in the same column of this Ace of Cups. So I'm telling you right now, I don't do reversals, but the Hanged Man, you know what I'm saying, represents sacrifice. Okay, so I feel like many of you are sacrificing possibly some other, soulmate union type relationships right now, because maybe some of you don't even want to be in a relationship right now. Maybe some of you want to really get to know yourself once again. Maybe some of you actually lost yourselves to some degree in the relationship. And it can happen so easily because when you're in a relationship with somebody else, your identity is all wrapped up in the fact that you're in a relationship. But then when you're not in a relationship anymore, you have to get used to the fact that you're not in a relationship anymore. You are you, only you. And that's a cool thing if you really think about it. Like, you don't have to look at it like it's the worst damn thing in the world, because it so is not. It is not the worst thing in the world. It can actually be one of the best things in the world when you're left alone, and when you choose to walk out the door and you ain't got to tell so-and-so where you going or none of that. You can have whatever friends you want to have without somebody having their opinion about your friends, and they doing all this yik-yakking about what you do and what you don't do. Right now, some of y'all sacrificing being in relationships right now. Some of y'all don't want to be in relationships. And if you do, it looks to me like they're available to you. So if they are, go ahead and date. Have fun. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with dating. I recommend that some of you guys date. Like, don't just get with the first person and then call them your boyfriend. Like, ain't nothing wrong with dating. Date. And let the other person know, yeah, I'm dating right now. And no, I'm not gonna just like commit to you just because we're talking. You understand what I'm saying? Unless we have that type of understanding like that, unless what we doing in the bedroom is like that serious, then if that's the case, then we just gonna go ahead and wrap it up and call ourselves a couple, and make that sacrifice by making sure that we're not talking to other people and we're being in a monogamous type situation. This card means that something has to end in order for something to begin. That's what Judgment means, okay? So obviously, being in that relationship that you were in before, it had to end. Spirit got involved literally and ended that relationship. Like, literally put its hand in the situation, got involved, and said, yo, you're going to play to my flute. I don't know if you guys can see that real well. Probably not, because it's so small. You're going to play to my flute. You're going to play to my flute. And I'm going to get you out of this relationship because there are some things going on in this relationship that you don't know anything about, that I know all about. That's what the universe was saying. It's saying, I know all about what your partner is doing, but you don't. And because I'm sitting over here watching what your partner is doing and you have no idea, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get involved and I'm going to end this relationship, because you don't deserve to be in a relationship with this person. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I know what the hell this person is doing. You may not know what the person is doing, but I know what the hell this person is doing, and I know that you don't deserve it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end this relationship right here. I'm gonna put my hand in this and end it. I know it's gonna hurt you. I know you're gonna be hurt for the time being. I get it. I understand. But I've got some angels on duty for you right now. Trust me, you're not going to be hurt forever, and you're going to come out greater later for it. I promise. Because you're strong like that. And I never would have put you in this, but I never would have, given you this to deal with if you weren't strong enough to deal with. And this is a major arcana. So you must understand the major arcanas that I'm looking at right now: the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, Judgment, Strength. Many of you understood your High Priestesshood. Many of you understood how to use your intuition. Many of you understand what sacrifice really means when it comes to a relationship. Many of you understand how to say, you know what, I may want to be in this relationship, but this relationship is not healthy for me. You know what I'm saying? It is totally toxic for me, and it's not a situation that I need to be in. I don't give a damn how much I care about this person. It's not safe for me to care about this person, because this person ain't doing nothing positive for me. Straight up. And strength. These are all major arcanas, which tells me this is exactly what is going on in your life right now. That is, these are major things that you are starting to develop, major characteristics that you're starting to develop going into your next phase of life. You understand what I'm saying? Strength. Knowing when to say no, even when you want to say yes. You understand what I'm saying? And using your intuition. Huge things. These are huge things. These are not small things. These are huge things that are very important when it comes to moving forward. Very important. The Queen of Wands, you know, just represents an individual who knows how to get the job done. Period. Okay? Wands represents action. She is action oriented. She knows how to get the job done. You got the job done. Some of you did not want to end the relationships that you were in. Some of you did not want to walk away, but you knew you had to, because you knew this person was just doing way too damn much. There's no way in hell that you were going to be happy in this relationship, knowing what you knew. You know, feeling what you were feeling on the inside. You had no proof. You had no way of proving what this person was doing, but you knew whatever it was that they were doing was not right. And you knew that they had done nothing in their life to deserve somebody of your caliber. They were just incapable of being able to give you what it is that you deserve. So with that being said, you did what you had to do to end the relationship. You know what I'm saying? You ended it, and you had the strength to do it. And you're going to get a new love, baby. Trust me, you're going to get a new love, because that person was straight stealing from you and had no damn give a shit about it. That's what the hell the Seven of Swords represent. And when I say steal from you, and especially when you see these swords, I want to let you know they were stealing things from your mind. They were like playing games with your mind and shit. They were like, you know, and they thought it was funny. You know, it was like they were like enjoying the fact that you were over there loving them without judgment, and that, you know, they were taking advantage of that. They were like, oh, I love the fact that this person loves me enough to let me get away with this bullshit. I love it. Oh, I love the fact that this person loves me so much, or cares about me enough to let me, you know, go ahead and do A, B, C, and D. They have no idea what I'm doing. Ha, 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 ha. I mean, does that sound like somebody mature? No, that sounds like somebody that is like totally full of shit. And then when you totally walked away and said, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to take the single approach. I'm sorry for the blur, y'all. The Nine of Pentacles represents somebody who's single and working on their self-mastery. Like, baby, I don't need to be coupled up, honey. I could be coupled up with you if I wanted to, but I don't want to be coupled up with you because, like I said, you're incapable. But I'm capable of taking care of myself and my own needs right now. Okay, baby? So let me go ahead and start practicing that. That'll keep me plenty busy, all right? And I won't be thinking about what the hell you got going on. Whatever you got going on, I'm pretty sure you got bigger problems and bigger fish to fry than me not wanting to be bothered with you, all right? Don't worry about what I'm doing, baby. All right? Don't worry about what I'm doing. All right? Because I ain't worried about what you're doing, so don't worry about what I'm doing and who I'm doing it with. All right? The Four of Wands represents you actively working on possibly a new relationship. And it may not be here right now, but it might be. Maybe, may not be. But it's certainly in the cards. This is a messenger of information, so that tells me somebody wants to come at you and let you know how they feel about you. And they building up the strength, baby, to come and tell you what they think about you and what they feel about you. And I'm going to close you out and I'm going to pull some oracles, okay? All three, I'm walking away from your ass cards, got pulled in this particular spread. I know that you'll be glad, just like I'll be glad when Spirit gets us to a place where we ain't got to talk about this anymore. This is starting to become mad old. Like, even when I watch my own readings, right? Like, I will be so glad when I don't have to hear about this person, like, anymore. Because there is a huge part of me that is just so over it. Like, I don't want to hear about this person anymore. When I watch my readings, it's like I gotta hear about the shit. And I feel like Spirit keeps talking about it to make sure that we don't forget how to love ourselves. Just because it's fresh right now, and by ending the relationship, we learned how to love ourselves. I think that Spirit is like, don't forget. Don't forget that the whole point of you being in this long relationship that you were in was here to teach you how to love yourself. Like, don't forget. Don't have it be fresh in your mind that you love yourself right now because you ended this relationship. And don't forget what you learned. Don't forget. Don't forget that in all relationships, there is a give and a take. And when you're giving and you're taking, the person that you're with should not be giving to two people, and especially crumbs, okay? Because these people right here look like they're being given crumbs, all right? And this person right here just thinks they're the shit because they have a few, like, pentacles to work with. Baby, but you're the one over there with the 10 of Pentacles. They over there with 6 Pentacles. And you're over here getting ready to have a whole lot of options when it comes to love. I'm telling you, it came in the same category of, do you want to be single or do you want to be coupled up? I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have a lot of options in love, but you do know that all of those options are not going to be healthy options. So make sure that when you listen to people speak, you really listen to what the hell they're saying, because sometimes people can totally tell on themselves just by the way they speak. Don't forget that part too. Spirit wants you to work on knowing when to say no, even when you want to say yes. Okay? Just because somebody might be fine as hell does not mean that you say yes just because they fine as hell. Usually those are the ones you need to watch out the most. You know what I'm saying? Watch the most. Because you know that if you find them fine as hell, there's probably about 5,000 other people who find them fine as hell as well. And that goes for you as well. Somebody found you fine as hell. What makes you think that 5,000 other people don't find you fine as hell, but they just don't have the balls to come at you and say, baby, I was just wondering, can I take you out on a date? Do you know how many men, ladies, do you know how many men are like way too like shy to come at you and say, baby, can I take you on a date? Men have a really hard time with rejection. I wonder how many men will get in the comment section and like admit that shit. They do. But I'm going to let some of you men know, guess what? Some of you won't be rejected. Some of us ladies are waiting on you to go ahead and like get at us. You know what I'm saying? The wrong ones get at us. The ones that we don't want get at us. And the ones that we don't want get at us, and the ones that we do want to get at us, they're all quiet and shy and they don't want to be rejected. You know what I'm saying? Wish fulfillment, baby. That's your last card as I close you out. And what I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull some of your romance angel cards, okay? Spirit, I ask that you go ahead and show this group of individuals whom this reading resonated with what 2019 looks like when it comes to these new love relationships that you clearly let us know are in the making. If we'd like them, please let us know, Spirit. Let us know, universe, what these new relationships are going to look like and what we may face, deal with, or whatever is going on. Spirit, let us know. Especially, in particular, what the first month of the new year is going to look like with our new love relationships and what's going to happen. All right? Thank you, universe, for answering my question. I appreciate it so very much. You're so good to me, Spirit, when it comes to answering questions that I ask of you for those who are watching. Thank you very much, Spirit. Baby, what did I say, hunty? What did I say? Some of y'all about to literally get married this year coming up, okay? And I kind of want to stop here. Some of y'all gonna get married in 2019. Married. You're gonna have a big fat rock on your finger. I bullshit you not. And this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. I'll put one more. Let go of control issues, okay? Allow this situation to unfold naturally, all right? So basically, you know, Spirit is basically saying, don't live in the past, because if you live in the past, like, what's going to happen? You're going to be sitting there tripping off of who did what to you and this and that. But you have to understand, that happened for a reason. It happened so that you could learn how to love yourself. That's why it happened. That's why you were in the relationship that you were in, so that you can learn how to love yourself. Enough to know what your worth is and what your value is. Straight up. That's why you were in the relationship. To learn what your value is. For you to know, no, I'm not going to put up with this. No, I'm not going to put up with that. No, I'm not going to put up with that bullshit. No, I'm not going to put up with these things, because I know that I'm worth more than that. And if you're incapable of showing me the love that I'm worth, then guess what? Then I kind of think that we're not going to be together at all, because I don't think this is working. And that's what you know how to do now. You know now how to say no in situations that you may have wanted to say yes to before. Because you know now what to say no to. You know to say no, even if you want to say yes, because you know that you're worth more than what that person's trying to give you. You ain't taking crumbs no more. That's what this old relationship taught you. So now that you go into this new relationship, you're going to go into this new relationship a completely new person, because you're going to be working on your self-mastery and your own independence and your own self-worth. You're going to be working on making your own money, working on taking care of your own self, working on, and trust me, when you start making your own money, when you start working on your own self-mastery, when you start working on really knowing who you are and knowing your value and knowing your worth, I'm telling you right now, the amount of self-confidence that you have, it's like, comes out of your pores. People can totally tell when you got your shit together. They can tell just by the way you walk, just by the way you talk, just by your demeanor, the way you act. They can tell you know what's up, because you handling your business. You taking care of your business. Period. Ain't nothing more attractive than somebody who knows how to handle their business. And they ain't got no tricks up their sleeve, and they ain't got to play no games. You know what I mean? Because they are straight grown. Everything about them is grown. Grown and sexy. You understand what I'm saying? All right, lovies. Well, tomorrow's Christmas Day. I may spit one out for you. I may not, guys. It depends on how the day goes. You know what I'm saying? But I love you guys very much. Want you guys to enjoy the holidays. Be good to yourself. All right? You ain't got to be with somebody in order to be happy. Honey, you're all you need. Baby, you are all you will ever need. Being with somebody is just cherry on top. Of course, we want to share our lives with somebody, but we certainly don't want to share our lives with somebody who is not worth our time, not worth our attention, and not worth any damn thing that we give to them. If we give them every damn thing, then they should be giving us every damn thing. And if they're incapable of doing that, go ahead and drop them off at their mama's front porch. Okay? So with that being said, lovies, for those of you interested in a private reading, go ahead and book ASAP, because the sooner you book, the sooner you get in, baby. All right? So with that being said, namaste. I love you guys. Happy holidays.